You started off.
Make sure they can hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, we can hear you now. Okay, let me start off by saying this is Keke Da Biggest, Girl Entertainment. You get what I'm saying? And this is All Exclusive interview with a friend of mine called Jay by the name of Jayden. And a little bit about me and how I came up with the creation where I wanted to do interviews is because I myself have sat on the app called Clubhouse for years. And during these years, we've had arguments, we've had shootouts, we have so many things going on. It goes down on the app. So, I decided, well, why not take the things on the app and use it in my way to come up with a way to bring it to TikTok and make money out of it. That's what I was thinking, And that's been about 6 months ago. So over the time, I said and I said and I said and I said and I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. And Clubhouse, it went bigger than Clubhouse, because I had altercation with several people that I wanted to bring onto my TikTok platform. So, now, since I've sat down and kind of been able to get my mental together where I can get out a layout of what I want to do and how I want to do, I've took into consideration that it's about time to go on and get this girl entertainment off the floor, And so the first interview I had was with Kyra, and they loved it. Is it Kyra?
Kyla.
Kyla, and they loved it. But I didn't quite give you guys a little about myself. So, yeah, I'm a 34-year-old single mom, and I've been through different mental and just different life situations myself. So, and I know that I'm very motivational when it comes to myself. And if I can be motivational to myself, I can be motivational to others. So, and on reality TV, you see so many different places, but you don't see enough of Birmingham to me. You don't see enough of Birmingham to me. So, I just wanted to make it to where you can see a love of Birmingham. So, one day, I was on Clubhouse and I went into one of the popular rooms, Vito room. There was a guy by the name of Vito. And I'm pretty sure some of my TikTok fans, you guys have heard of him. And at the time, he had a friend by the name of, y'all hit the tap, send me some gifts, like, share, do whatever you got to do to this live. That's what I need you to do. But, and when I went in there, I talk my little crap on Clubhouse and I say things out of the way, and I don't know how deep me and you.
You were letting me know that you felt like I was a blowhead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where
If
it all
you
began.
can sit the phone down.
Okay, let me get this sat down somewhere so they can see you again.
Okay.
Is this gonna be alright with y'all? And if it's not, then hold on, cause I can make it happen. So that it be okay.
Okay. Yes, this is my special guest, Jayden. I may know him by Jizzle. But today we're gonna call him Jayden. And I decided to bring Jayden to my podcast because of the fact that he is a big influencer of Clubhouse, of an app called Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So, after my interview with Kyla. Kyla, right?
Kyla, I like
Kyla.
Kyla.
After my interview with Kyla, I said,
Shout out to Kyla.
shout out to Kyla.
Shout out to
I said, and I thought about it, and I said, well, Jayden, would you like to do an interview with me? Because he has a clubhouse room with over 300 plus people that comes in on a daily, and there's we have a room.
There you go.
And I just wanted the people to know him. Some may just know him. Some may already know him. Some may previous know him from the childhood. Some may never want to know him, but just listen to him. But I wanted people to know him for him. Because, you know, they said a couple of rumors about you.
Ooh.
They didn't took your name and they didn't put it in the dirt.
Man, they dragged me through the mud.
Yeah, so that's why I picked you. And I just wanted the people to kind of get insight on who you really are, not Jizzle, and not the content part of you.
Okay. I understand
So much of the man aspect of you.
Okay, I understand that. Well, let me say it's an honor to be here, and I appreciate you for letting me come on your podcast because I was actually, you know, a part of the first one. I was your cameraman, and I love the energy. I love the energy. Not only did I love the energy, but I love the fact that it seemed like you could come here and be open. So if you know how we rocking. If you need me, I'm coming, and here we is. How y'all doing? Could y'all please double tap that screen? It looks so good when you double tap the screen and the hearts go up and things like that for my sister and the little couple of gifts that you could send.
If you don't mind, would you start by giving them an insight on just how you met me?
Well, did I get it? Can everybody hear? Are we here and able to? Are we here and able to hear?
Okay. Can y'all hear us? Can they hear us?
Amen. They can hear us. So yes, we had touched on the beat. We was in the pretty large room. The video.
How did you get the clubhouse?
I got to Clubhouse through Danny.
Okay.
Vito.
Okay.
I got the Clubhouse through Vito. Vito brought me on Clubhouse, and it is a place.
Okay.
That Clubhouse is a place, but yeah, we actually met one night, and it was a late night too. I want to say it might have been 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, right. And we were just on there talking shit. Talking nonsense, bull jaggering, and you know you had heard you it was something about you that you heard that I was a blowhead, right. And it threw me for a loop I hadn't been on for a while, and nobody had ever really had the audacity to say anything crazy to me like that on the Clubhouse, and I had been on there for a few months before that happened. So when you said it and we got to talking and going back and forth, eventually it came to my attention that you were also in Aquarius like I am. I could totally understand.
February 6th.
Shout out to the Aquarius because we are one of a kind. One of a kind. But yeah, you took me for a loop I hadn't been on with the hey, I know a blowhead when I hear one button, and it's you. Yeah, oh yeah. Nobody had to drop it to tell me something like this. So I said, yeah, that's insane. Okay. But yeah, that's where we started at, man, and where it got to. Back then, man, I never would have thought. Yeah, I would have been making you content.
Right.
But look at us now, man.
Right. So after that, you how did you diverse from Vito Room? And what made you diverse from being a room?
See, Danny was a friend of mine that was outside of the internet. You know what I'm saying? And his room was the room. It was that's what everybody was. And when I used to be over there, sometimes the conversation be good, sometimes they be a little hectic and things like that. And I just was always the type that I could move around
your own conversation.
Yeah, move around and figure out and try to redirect the conversation if I can. Yeah, so that's how I kind of got away from his rooms but he definitely brought me into it for sure.
So after so you just wanted to find another place of your own, and you went elsewhere and found you another room. What made you make your own rooms on Clubhouse?
Getting into it with Danny is what made me feel like I needed to just make my own room. And man, when I first made it, I guess since we were into it, the room had did like 100 people, and that had blown my mind.
100?
Yeah, just 100 people.
Oh, okay.
100. My first room that I made.
Your room.
My own room. Yeah, it did 100 people, and that had blew my mind. It made my head get big.
Okay, and it's understandable. That's understandable.
For sure. So then
that's understandable. And I understand that they have attacked you. You have been attacked on several occasions on Clubhouse. Just after the fact that you and him diverged from each other, and once you guys separate ways, you had different people coming at you. And can you tell me a little about that?
Well, falling out on the internet is a thing that real friends never are supposed to do. So when we fell out across the internet, it was a lot of things that was being said on his end. And I'm saying that he was a friend of mine, so I know the type of games that he'll play and the type of things that he'll say about you when y'all not cool no more. So it was a lot that came out about they caught me with a young child, and then
I remember that.
I was dealing with the old white man. I had been having different type of relations with the old white man. Just all in all, as a man, I already have a lot of things that taint my record, as they would say in the streets and shit like this.
Tap the screen, you guys.
For sure. We need the screen tap. That's the thing. But it's a couple things that you just don't play with me.
Right.
And some of that stuff that he had started playing about was some stuff that I never play about as a man. So that's kind of how that situation had went right there, man.
We're not gonna speak too much on Clubhouse. Tell me a little about. We're gonna go back. You growing up as a child.
It was cool. I grew up as
I know you was the only child, and
I was. They say spoiled brat, narcissist. I've been called all types of things. I am. I'm the only child, man. The only one my mama wanted to have, and here I am.
How was it being the only child? I can't relate on it. My mama got 3 kids.
Being the only child to me was pretty cool because I didn't need friends when I was coming up. I didn't need friends. I actually was I didn't start communicating with other children or anything until I was about 11 years old.
Okay.
Until I was about 11 years old.
Okay. And in your childhood, I know. I mean, others might not know, but you were diagnosed with a
let them know about this. Okay. Yeah. Hey. So I am. I was diagnosed autistic when I was 6 years old. So I wasn't able to properly communicate with other children until I was about 11 because I had a very, 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 very hard problem with human interaction at all, besides with my mother. Yeah.
Being artistic, how long did it affect you?
It's nothing that really affects me. Because once again, I don't want to be touched. That's a big thing. I don't want. I touching is a thing of like I don't. But I didn't get talked about because you would never know unless it was told. You know what I'm saying? You would
Did you have to take like special classes?
No ma'am. I never went to special classes, and it's nothing wrong with the ones that do because everybody's autism is different.
Right.
It hits everybody different, and
so what part of the autism did you have? Just didn't want to be touched.
And not authority, but I had my own way of doing everything.
Since you was a child.
Since I was a child.
Right.
The teacher could tell, it would write it on the chalkboard and say 3 plus 3 equals 6.
Tap the screen, you guys.
When I get done with it, in my mind, I went and taken the 3 and made it 2 minus 1 and plus this, and then, but I still came out with the same answer as the teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those type of situations. Okay. That, just always.
And just me, speaking from my point of view, before you even told me that, I couldn't tell that you're autistic growing up. You know.
It's a lot of people who are autistic in the world that you'll never know about until they tell you. Until they tell you.
But I do think people, by you confiding in you being artistic, a lot of people may feel comfortable in coming out with it. So that's one of the purposes that I try, and I came up with the purpose to doing this anyway.
And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Autism in children has risen very much since I guess 50 years ago. So you
didn't need any medication?
No ma'am. And if I did take medications for like anxiety and things like that, but I've never had to be on Ritalin or anything like that. And I'm not putting down anybody that is, because sometimes, like I said, it hits everybody differently. It hits everybody differently. So, but it rises. It has risen, and it's gonna keep rising if we keep on overlooking our kids and not paying attention to what the things that's going on.
And I agree with that. So let me ask you this: at what point did your mom realize that you was autistic?
Hey mom, because she probably gonna see this. Hey mom.
Right. Hey mother, this is Keke.
So, you know, in the usual black family, I actually don't have like I said, I don't have any brothers and sisters, but I also don't have any cousins. My aunts don't have children. My uncle don't have any kids, so I'm just everybody's everything, you know. And usual black family, you cannot tell a mom anything about her child. So I feel like I used to listen to conversations, and I could hear my mom talking to my auntie and my grandma and things, and them telling them some got to be wrong with him. He don't talk. Some got to be wrong. But you know, my mom, she'll just cuss people out, and we'll go around until it probably
Can I get someone to share this live to all platforms? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Share, tap, send me gifts, do whatever you got to do. Show your love and your support. So you said what made your mama realize that?
I want to say
and say, okay, well, mama, take my child to the doctor and I'm gonna see what's going on with him because this is going on.
I had an aunt that was living in North Carolina at the time, and she wanted to take me to an amusement park. That was a big thing for them. They was like, at least if he go out of town and he see something different maybe. And when I got on the plane, I kind of flipped out.
What did you do?
I honestly don't remember, but I know I just felt abandoned because I was there by myself.
Right.
I didn't know any of these people, and my mama, like, she told me that everything was gonna be okay and that I was going to see my auntie, but I had never been through that. So it had me.
How old were you?
10. I was 10.
Okay.
So after we finally
you had been dealing with being artistic for a minute before.
A long time.
Your parents even knew.
No, my mom, I'm sure she did know.
Yeah, but she just didn't know exactly what.
Didn't care what nobody said. Because once again, I didn't communicate until I was about 11 years old. Okay. For real. And so yeah, when after that situation came about, that's when I came back home, she really had wanted to. What's going on?
Right.
Because I wasn't getting in trouble in elementary school. I was always straight A student. Just did my work. I didn't want to talk. It wasn't interesting to me.
And that's understandable.
For sure.
So, as an adult, do it affect you now?
A lot, and it's not so much yelling, but it's if multiple people are talking all at the same time. I'm not able to deal with things like that.
Okay.
Like a lunchroom setting.
Okay.
If I'm at a job, and I would rather go into the break room instead of. I would stay away from the break room and go to my car because in the break room they chattering.
Right.
I'm not good with chattering. I'm really not. I'm not good with chattering and touching. Is still a huge thing. If I'm not comfortable with you, please keep your hands.
Right, and that's understandable. I have some of those same. I have some of those same mutual feelings about some of those things and the way you feel about those diagnoses. I wasn't diagnosed as artistic, but I do suffer with different mental diagnoses.
Okay.
And
I think that's another thing that connected us as well.
Yes. Sure. And it affects me in society now. So that's why I can't deal with loud noises. I don't like a lot of people, and that's just how it is. But I'm working on it and I'm trying to get better, So, tell me about your military experience.
I joined the military when I was 17. I joined because they made it sound so good, and I wanted a car that was nice.
Did you get that nice car that you wanted?
I did not. I ended up coming home and getting a 2000 Honda Accord. That was my first car that I bought coming home from the military. But I joined because I knew I didn't want to go to college. I knew college was not gonna be anything that I planned on doing, and by the luck of the draw, I was able to graduate high school a year early because I had been expelled from every school in the city of Birmingham, and it had got to a point where I felt like mom didn't care anymore. So I started calling schools, and I was able to get in touch with somebody that they was letting people in. It was a private school out in Bessemer, Alabama, and
was it Brentwood?
Brentwood Christian Academy.
I went to Connors Christian Academy.
Okay. Yeah, I graduated from Brentwood Christian Academy after I was put out of school, and yeah, they had recruiters come up there and talk to us one day, and those recruiters just had everything sounded so good because I was 17 years old. They had money, they put money down that I had never even thought about making, and it was a little bit of nothing. But back then, it was something to me. So I went and begged and pleaded with my mama because she did not plan on signing her name on no military.
Yeah, tap and send us some gifts, you guys.
She did not. She did not want to do that at all. She did not want to do that at all. Yeah, please, the hearts is everything. Sending hearts is everything. The gifts is everything. Subscribe.
Thank you.
Subscribing is everything. I love you here.
Yes. I love it for you. I love it for you. I love it for us. Cool. I love it for you. And you know, this is really just only just beginning. And so did you enjoy the military?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed the military. I did, for sure. It was a great experience, and no, I never went overseas to fight. I don't know if I would have been able to get the same answer and say yes, I love the military by then, but while there, I was asking a lot of questions. I asked a lot of questions while I was there.
Curious person like myself.
They a lot of people who had high rank. I mean, sergeant majors and captains. And I was asking questions that they couldn't give me answers to, and it was a lot going on back in those times. And I just,
Did the military mess with you mentally? Like, now in society, did it mess with you?
No. If anything, it helped me out a lot. Okay. The military does have a lot of pros to it. But do I recommend any young men to go to the military? I do not. I do not recommend young men or women to go to the military because we'll be somewhere fighting a war eventually that nobody will have the answer to why we're fighting.
Okay. Now, these questions are questions from our platform. So I'm just letting you know, these questions are questions from our platform.
Okay.
Fatherhood.
Man.
Tell us about your fatherhood.
It is something God, I feel like, blessed not only me but a whole lot of people with, because it grew me up. It grew me up a whole lot. It grew me up a whole lot because I was a young, hot-headed young fella with that only child syndrome that nobody could tell me anything. Yeah, so that's a doozy right there. I promise you it is. Fatherhood is one of the greatest things that ever happened to me, and it is.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Type of love that I don't ever expect to find on this earth that we live on. From my children that I know no matter how I'm coming. If I pulled up with my shirt off and basketball shorts, they'll still look at their daddy like that's my dad. He can pick up a house and throw a car if he needed to. He'll protect me. So fatherhood is something that I do not regret, and I wouldn't change it for a thing in this world right here. But if I didn't have them children, and I don't know if baby mama and them here, I didn't have them little girls. Oh, y'all will be looking at a billionaire, and we'll be in New York somewhere on the 115th floor doing our interview right now. So I ain't gonna lie to you.
And can you give us the ages?
I have two. Oh man. I don't know if your fans have ever heard of Ghetto Twins, but I have 2 9-year-olds and a 6-year-old. And no, they are not same day twins. They are 49 days apart.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my oldest 2 girls are 49 days apart. They are. Yes, man.
Oh my God. So how was that having 2 girls impregnated at the same time?
Well, I actually only knew about one. My second little girl was a miracle baby that never showed up anywhere. Nobody ever knew about her.
Not even her mother?
Well, that's for you and the other women to determine, but let her mom tell it. No, she did not know she was pregnant, and she called me one evening after I was in bed with my newborn and let me know that, hey, I needed to make it to the hospital because I had a child that was mine there. And
are you serious?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 19 years old, laying with my baby mama and my new child, and I get a phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning saying, hey, you got a child up here at this hospital.
Send me some gifts, you guys. Send me some gifts.
You have a child up here at this hospital.
Share this to your Facebook. Share this to your Facebook. Oh, that's kind of unique to me.
To you.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm honestly the type of fella that, hey man, you're not just gonna put babies on me.
Right.
You know, I'm kind of smelling myself right now.
Right.
Still, so you're not just gonna throw a baby on me, but then go to the hospital and see the little baby, and hey, that's your baby.
That's your baby.
Oh,
That's your baby. So once you seen the baby, you didn't question it or anything after that.
Yeah, not at all. You know, usually they say those babies don't start to really look like anything until about a week. Like that little girl, that second little girl of mine, she been looking like me since since her about 6 hours. She just been looking like that.
Thank you.
Amen.
So that's a wonderful thing. Ever been in love?
I have. I've been in love before. I've been in love before. I have. I've been in love before.
You wanna tell us about that?
You know, everybody had a different opinion. Not opinion, but everybody had a different definition of what love is. They emotional
Different
love
perspective
is different.
of love.
But yeah, it was a woman that I can say I was in love with, and when I say I was in love with, I would have laid my life down.
Was that one of your kids, Mom?
No. Is that crazy?
That's crazy.
Oh man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Was it before them or after them?
After.
So you had kids and you ain't even. Were you in love with your baby mom?
No, but love both of them.
Yeah, okay.
Love both of them. Love both of them. Love both of them to death. Yeah, have great relationships with them. For the single ladies, I'm not on child support and I don't come with any type of baby mama drama and things of that nature. But yeah, I wasn't in love with either one of my baby moms. We have some beautiful children, and we are.
And y'all have beautiful relationships.
Most definitely.
Y'all have beautiful relationships.
I try because it wasn't always like that, but when it come down to being with your child's mom or child's father, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But that don't mean y'all supposed to hate each other at all. Don't hate each other, because when y'all hating each other, y'all making that child, y'all putting that child in a rift that they don't deserve to be in. Y'all put that child in a rift that child does not deserve to be in.
Right.
So,
right.
And I'm sure a lot of children would be 10 times happy if they saw mommy and daddy on a even if they're not together on a good note, they
right,
each other,
right. And I agree with that.
For sure.
And I agree with that. So let me ask you this: what made you? What made this other young lady? What made you fall in love with her?
Um, you know that I mean, when you know, and that's kind of what it was with her.
Can I get her name?
Aaron, Aaron. Her name Aaron, and Aaron. This ain't for me to be doing like that. That's why I ain't even. But yeah, when they put a name on me. Yeah, I was.
Aaron.
I was in love with Aaron. Aaron is doing good things though, man.
So that's been recently.
This was 2020.
Yeah, that's been recently. So you didn't know you had kids and everything, and you didn't know you wasn't in love until Aaron.
When I met Aaron, I really figured out a little bit of what being in love with somebody is. Yeah, for sure.
And I just want to know, as a woman, what did Aaron do for other women that's probably wondering? Because there's a lot of women that come on you on the daily that's from your platform.
For sure.
And so I know they're probably wondering, what did Aaron do that was so different from all that? Because you know you like a pimp.
I wouldn't say like one. I am one. But, she didn't really do anything different. She was a woman. Aaron was a woman.
But I think your baby moms are women
most
too.
most definitely. I'm not taking anything away from them. What it is when you see a man look for his mama in his woman, and Aaron was not a constant reminder of my mom, but I just admired a lot about her.
The most
back
closest
then.
thing to your mom.
Yeah. I admired a lot about her back then.
Yeah.
For sure.
Tap the screen and send us some gifts, and we're gonna go on a quick break. We're gonna pause it, and we'll be right back. Right back.
Oh, I done changed the damn thing. Hold on, let me put that back. How the hell I be doing that all the time? And then, oh yeah, my fault. Hold on, yeah. Put the damn thing. Put down. Everybody, are y'all able to hear again?
Can they hear? Can you guys hear us? Can they hear us? No, I can't. Goddamn.
Yeah, they can hear. Somebody just said, yeah.
Okay. So we left off with, have you ever been in love? The next question they wanted to ask was, have you ever had your heart broken?
Yes.
Aaron broke your heart.
Man.
Aaron broke his heart. Aaron broke his heart.
Oh my God, yeah, this shit. But I don't blame her though. I don't blame her. The only thing that really that bothered me the most about that was the line involved in it.
Right.
women don't sign up for jail. Women don't sign up for sentences with dudes. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So and I knew Erin, and I knew that she wasn't no big type. So
Right.
I most definitely had to just charge it to the game. But yeah. Definitely, she broke my heart. But I'm not scorned. Understand that part of it. I'm not scorned and just really like that about it.
And that's understandable. The next question is, what are your current priorities?
My children. My kids is my one and only priority on this walk of life that I'm on. Keep God first and take care of my children, and everything else will be it'll work itself on out.
Correct. And I'm big on keeping God first, baby. Big on keeping God first. Big shout out to God. Big shout out to God. Big shout out to God. What is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve. Not listening.
People that's not listening.
Not listening. Just a listener that wants to respond to what you're saying instead of comprehend what you try to tell them. Oh man. It grinds my gears. It does.
And it's understandable. I recently had to learn how to listen.
And it's something that they talk to us about for our whole life, how we have 2 ears and 1 mouth and things like that.
Right.
But most times when trying to get something to somebody else, you have to hear exactly where they're coming from so you can understand how
Tap that screen, you guys. Send me some gifts. Tap that screen and send us some gifts. What make you want to be individualist?
Now that's a word I don't know. Can you tell me about that one? Indulgence?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Like, live off the land, like, be on your own, like, don't want to take authority, I don't believe, and just want to, it's like off the grid, basically.
Oh, okay. Well,
that was one of the questions from one of your club.
Okay. Why do
I don't know if I pronounced it right or not, but I believe so.
They want to know why I refuse to get a job. Is that what they're asking? If that's the question, I can dive into that one as well. I had a job. I have a lot of things under my belt, and I'm able to do plenty. And I dedicated myself to a job. And one day that job had let me know that they didn't need me anymore. And it was because of, if you ask me, my skin tone. And I had got good at it. So before I lost that job, one of the other skinned people had came to me one day and told me, hey man, you work for your family. You don't work for this job. You work at this job. You don't work for a job. Because if you need to go somewhere, or you need, your family comes first. And after he told me that, man, indigenous.
Okay.
Indigenous. I don't think that's the word that they were looking for, because that's a word for the Native Americans, the indigenous people.
I'm not sure, but that was one of the questions.
But I don't I don't have plans on having a job.
Thank you.
Oh, was that a gift?
Yes, thank
Oh,
you, thank you,
my
thank you,
Lord,
thank you,
that's
thank
crazy.
you, thank
This
you.
stuff just pop up on your screen.
Thank you. We love you. We
Do
love
that
you.
again. That's cool.
But and what are you going to do to pursue it?
Pursue a job?
Pursue you out here eating off the land, I guess.
I don't pursue much of anything in life. You don't when you chase things, it don't come. It don't come. So I don't pursue much of anything. If it's meant for me, I wholeheartedly believe it'll come to me. It'll come to me. I feel like that's a big problem in a lot of people is they go looking for love. They go looking for friendship. They go looking for acceptance. They go looking for money.
And I agree.
They go looking for money.
And I agree.
And then when they get all this money that they've been looking for and chasing their
Thank
whole
you.
life,
Thank you.
they don't know what to do with it.
And I agree. Tap that screen, you guys. Send us some hearts.
Yeah.
Enough of that. Let's go back to, because a lot of people from the platform is watching and they want to know a little, kind of spice it up a little bit.
Okay.
So, doing this, how long have you been on Clubhouse?
I've been on Clubhouse now for about a year.
Okay.
About a year now.
For about a year.
About a year now.
And we know during your time on Clubhouse, you said some rough things about some children.
Ooh, I have said some stuff out of my mouth about kids, and yeah, I'm the type of guy that I had the mind frame that no matter what you say, what you do matters more than anything that you say. And it took somebody, an older fella who I look up to and I got a lot of respect for, to tell me, man, sometimes your tongue is more powerful than the sword.
Did you meet him off Clubhouse?
I wouldn't say that. I met him through somebody off Clubhouse. Very, very. I wouldn't say that. I met him through somebody off Clubhouse. Very, very.
Through me?
I did.
Okay, tell me who he is.
It's actually your stepdad. Your stepdad. Shout out to Uncle Jet. This is Jizzle speaking, and me and you had a talk one day, and it changed what I had been feeling for a long time. So shout out to you, man, because if me and you never had that talk, I'd still be out here probably saying Lord knows what out of my mouth. And kids are innocent and defenseless, man. When we get on that and we talk about each other and we somewhere along the line we got to leave those kids alone. We have to, man. It's mandatory. Those children ain't did nothing to nobody.
So, do you regret any of the things that you ever said on?
Hell no. Oh no, no ma'am. I don't regret anything about life at all. When you a man, you a man. And men do what they want to do and boys do what they can. And I'm a man. I'm going to say whatever it is that I feel need to say, because on my platform I have a lot of people that like to listen to what it is I have to say. So I don't
But you have changed up your tone and the things you say, and you seems to watch what you say about kids, because your platform became a no kids zone now, correct?
Most definitely. I try my best to keep kids out of the mix on my platform, because what they've done is when they talk about each other, they only line of defense is let me talk about that child and they child and this child this and this child that. And
thank you.
As we can see, the children isn't making anybody come outside to fight or anything like that, and they shouldn't be on Clubhouse listening to the nonsense that we say about them. So
right,
whose feelings really getting hurt and who's really looking bad when they sit around talking to a grown person about children?
Right. You got some criminal charges behind something you say about some children, right?
Oh, yeah, I do. I have some harassing communication charges against a woman I've never even called on the telephone.
Mm-hmm. Um, and would you like to elaborate on that a little?
We can because shit, I don't know. Excuse me, shoot. Most times they say, "Oh, that case open," and I'm not supposed to talk about that. But I don't really care anything about it. It's a harassing communication warrant or case that a lady by the name of Shay went and put on me because she wanted to have relations with me, and I let her know that I would rather have the relations with her 19-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And it got kind of vulgar what I told her I'd do to a 19-year-old daughter, and she took that. And
when you said that, will you actually have relations with a 19-year-old daughter?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 19 is very much grown.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me, I'm 28, and you know, I probably would. Most things that I say I do, I put my head towards it and I try to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can't take that one back. Sorry, not sorry. And I ain't never even seen the little 19-year-old girl. I ain't never even seen her.
Mm-hmm. So speaking on that, the Mia girl.
Yeah,
did,
that's a whole nother situation right
yeah.
there.
Did you have relations with her?
No, ma'am. I never had relations with that woman, and this is not a Bill Cosby moment. This is Jizzle speaking moment. I never had relations with that little girl, and when they said that, I got aggravated and started saying the vulgar things that I was saying because it was a lot of older women, a lot of women who were way older than me, and they thought it was all a joke. And with me having 3 daughters, I don't see anything joking about a man being 27 and talking to a 16-year-old.
Okay, so she was 16.
That's what the story was that I got.
Yeah, she was 16. So she's not grown, but 19, you're grown.
19 years old in the state of Alabama. Yes, ma'am, you're grown.
Okay. At the age of 19, I might have came across a guy that was 26, 27, 28 years of age.
And even if you don't, at 19, if that's a decision that you want to make, baby, that's a decision that you want to make, and you're grown, you're able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
But because I can't control my daughter when she's 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have plans to control her. I plan on being her father and letting her know that she always has somewhere that she can come to. Mm-hmm. She always has a person that she can talk to.
Mm-hmm. Tap that screen, send me some gifts. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I that's where the charges came in, and we'll fight those when it's time to. We'll fight those when it's time to. No, it's just we don't touch this. So when you don't touch it for a while, they get upset with you. Yeah, you don't touch it for a while, they get upset with you.
Okay, so the Mia girl, you never had sexual intercourse with her?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, so behind what you said about a grown lady that's 19, you caught harassment communication charges behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, did you experience any other altercations with this Shay?
A couple of different times. She actually called me. She likes to give her opinion a lot about me when people speak on me, and she also says a lot of very disrespectful things about me and my children as well. The things that I had told you I was trying to get off of my platform. When she gets onto hers, those are the type of things that she like to talk about now as little girls and things of that nature. So, she's...
And, by her putting the police on you, have it ever came to a place where she's called you and tried to meet up with you or anything?
Yes, she actually called me one day and asked me to come to Brighton Park. She told me she was out there waiting on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am, she did. That was after the charges had been filed and everything.
What is up? What is this about with you and Shagar?
She really wanted me to have sex with her, and I made the decision that I would rather the daughter, seeing that she was married, and at that point in time.
So all of this started because she wanted to have sex with you.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's married, didn't you say?
She is married, yes ma'am. Yes ma'am, been married, I think she said 12 or 13 years. She's been married for a while.
And so, what do you plan, what are your plans for the platform now?
Well, first and foremost on my platform, I plan on being able to educate not only other black people, but people of all races. I want to be able to educate people of all races because I don't know everything, and there's some people on Clubhouse and TikTok and everywhere else where we can meet and be able to learn different things from them and get a different mindset. They say your mind is a powerful thing, so you put a couple of them together, you can turn into something. So we have a lot of drama go on my platform, but I also wanted to turn into a platform of some educational things, some people being able to
Thank you.
Some people being able to express themselves and not feel like it'll be used as a weapon against them, because in Birmingham, man, it shows more and more every day, outside of people being killed, that it's a lot of people that are traumatized and that need a lot of help, and sometimes people don't want therapy, and who's better to help you than somebody who can not only relate, but they understand that it's not always gonna be peaches and cream in life. Life is not. We have to play the cards that we dealt. We don't get to choose. You know.
Another question that I could remember. Do you think the lady Tootie pressed any charges on you or anything?
Now Tootie is a pretty evil woman, I think. I think she has some very, very, very conniving ways, but
Thank you guys. Tap the screen.
You know, they talk about a lot of people that sit on my platform, and they talk about a lot of things that people say about me on other people's stages and things of that nature, but do I feel like Tootie has any charges on me? No, because I know what charges I have on me. I do. I know.
Okay.
They usually tell you when you go from one jail to the next, or if you bond out of a jail and you have a jail that you need to go to, they'll let you know, hey, you need to go down here to that and take care of this before, you know. And so no, they that's something that they got. They run with it and they love to run with it. But I do not have any charges from Tootie. I don't.
Someone made a derogatory statement to one of your daughters one day.
That did happen. That did happen.
How do you feel about it?
Well, you know, any grown woman that has had a child, that can talk to a child in a sexual manner, you know, you should just automatically understand that those type of people are going through something that only God can help them get through. And I mean, he already be truly punishing them because they start growing hair in places that women just should not have hair growing. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't, let me let you know that the grown woman that said some derogatory things to my daughter, she's actually got about the same amount of chin hair as me, and as a woman. But edges like this, you know, they come from not stretching. She doesn't have any of that. It's a very, very, very sad situation that she got going on. So, you know, I don't feed too much into that, because that woman there, she needs some help. And her is actually going around the city right now that she has a mother named Nook that smokes crack.
And that's understandable. I'm going to try to reach out to her and get her the resources for different rehabs that I know of. So we'll pray for her. But moving on along, there's
Rehab?
different.
You think rehab will help that?
Yes, I do.
I actually heard that she jumped out on a woman for buying a vehicle instead of buying crack. I think she needs a lot more than rehabilitation. She needs to be locked away for a while.
Yeah, and rehab, with rehab, if she's an inpatient instead of an outpatient, I think we can make that happen. Now there's been different on several occasions where people say they're going to pull up at your grandma's house and different places on you. Can you tell us about those?
Well, you know, like you said, I have a horrid mouth on the internet, and I say some of the worst things that you can say to people. And when I get done, I don't apologize, and I let them know that I mean what I say, but I do not threaten people. And yeah, a lot of people, they don't like what I be having to say out of my mouth, and then when I get done talking, they like to threaten me and let me know that they're gonna pull up at my grandma's house, and they're gonna go to where my children lay their head and go over there, and this is where these people stay, and things of that nature. And you know, nothing's bigger than the content.
Nothing's bigger than the content.
Nothing's bigger than the content.
Nothing's bigger than the content. I don't care what you say. So where do you see your platform in the next year or so?
Oh man, we.
They ain't reported me.
It's restricted to the audience because of some. Why did y'all just do that? I think they trying to block us off of here, y'all. I think they trying to block us out of here. And I don't like that. No, we not. We on here. Y'all still can hear us? Are y'all still here and can hear us? We can still hear. Okay, they can still hear. Okay. We still hear. Okay,
so where do you see your platform in the next year or so?
Up, running, doing great things to help people, and not only help people but change the world. We have a lot of different women who have a lot of businesses that they are flourishing in. We have a lot of different fellas who have businesses that they are flourishing in. I plan on just trying to help as many people as I can with the light that I have been blessed with. I try to give my light to as many people as possible. If it turns into some nonsense though, then you know, I am a pretty messy guy, and a lot of people don't like that, but I don't like halfway messy. I like it. We gonna be messy. Let's go and do it. Put it out there. Get it out of our system. And if it comes to we have to meet up with each other, let's meet up. If you want to kill each other, let's kill each other. But I mean, come on. If we gonna talk about each other, let's talk facts about each other, because I got a lot of facts that these people like to get on this internet and talk about.
Is there any new plans that you have for your platform?
Right now we are in our about second phase of payments. Clubhouse is an app where you're not getting paid, but I am making it so that that's gonna change. That's gonna be a different narrative pretty soon. I will be making sure I get paid to hear, because a lot of the stuff that goes on there, it is just drama, and it's if I must say stupidity, and I feel like if I have to hear stupidity, then hey, I should be paid for it.
And I'm just from my perspective, I think it's just about time for us to switch it up a little.
For sure.
Because we already have the crowd, they already watching, and the mess gonna come regardless.
For sure.
When you're doing something positive, the mess comes. So I think no matter what we do, the mess is going to come. So if we can just focus on the positive, the rest of the content is going to come naturally. You get what I'm saying? And we don't have to focus on the opposition here
at all. I really don't even see,
because I feel like focusing on the opposition, we're losing time and focus of the bigger picture.
Okay.
They're like distractions.
I understand that for sure. I understand that. So, where is it that they would like to go? How do y'all feel? Is it anything that we need to because I'm more than able to get in character as well, because this was me giving y'all a little bit of me the child needed, so we could
Jayden,
have an understanding of each other. So is it anything that anybody needs to ask or would like for Keke to ask me? Because when I get back to my life, I don't.
So after this, questions. Are you willing to go back to your platform and have an after party on your platform of the interview, where they're able to talk to you about the interview and elaborate on things that you said during the interview?
That's fine, but when I'm on my platform, I need them to understand I'm Jizzle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when Jizzle's speaking. This I needed them to meet me. Hey, y'all, this Jayden. This is the little piece of y'all that the child ain't really too tough get, but it feel good to be here, and that will make me let them see Jayden for a little while and really understand. But yeah, when I get back onto that clubhouse, I don't want them to feel like they special because they get to call my name, because they you know what I'm saying. I don't want them to ask me no questions then. So
well, can you tell we're gonna get ready to wrap this interview up? Okay. And I'm so glad to have you on.
Man, listen, you keep on getting as many people on here as you can, because if it's gonna make me feel as comfortable as I feel, and they'll feel comfortable like this too.
So can you tell my TikTok followers where they can find you at on Clubhouse, Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms?
Okay. Clubhouse, I am Judge Jizzle Springer. Jizzle, Jizzle Springer. I have taken control of all Birmingham rooms on the Clubhouse. I'm also on Facebook, Jizzle Wiz. Jizzle, JIZZLE I am a very much friendly person over the internet. I enjoy being nice over the internet and things like that.
Thank you.
And you guys showed a lot of love, and I want you guys to always show love to the biggest podcast, because I don't think
it's definitely girl entertainment, baby.
Get in it.
It's definitely girl entertainment, baby. Again,
this right here.
I just appreciate you for coming and doing this interview.
For sure. It was a blessing to be here. And y'all, make sure y'all follow. Yes. Make sure y'all subscribe. Yes. Make sure y'all get here. When y'all see this pop up, make sure y'all get here, man. As I see it, it's looking like you did 43,000 likes. So man, they enjoying this show.
Thank you
Yeah, they
guys.
enjoying this show.
Thank
And
you guys.
I'm gonna take all my stuff because see, I done rolled up a couple blunts and things like that. It's time for me to go. So y'all,
and we gonna go over to Clubhouse, and we guys will see you next time on Girl Entertainment. Keke Da Biggest, Jizzle Hosted, Jayden. Thank you guys, and we love you. Love you.
Yes, thank you. Now, how do I turn this nonsense off? Lord have mercy.